and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Daniels. I film about faith, relationships, love, I love love, lifestyle and stuff like that. So there's definitely something for you here. So if you have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. If it's your first time here, I'd like to say a big welcome. Today's gonna be, I guess, the lifestyle content. It's gonna be another cook and chat videos. I've done a couple of these videos. I will link them, so please check them out, or just search on my channel and find them. Today's gonna be a cook and chat, but it's also a story time. So the chat is gonna be a story time. I'm going to be telling you about that time I got scammed. Yep. Not so funny at the time, but now it's okay. I moved on. I've definitely moved on from it since then. Before I go on, I'll tell you what we're cooking. I'm going to be cooking, let me show you. So I'm going to be making Nigerian Efo Riro. Okay? I'm not saying that it's not a cooking or a recipe. I'm not giving you a recipe. Like, if you want a recipe, go and check CCME or any other food channel. But I'm making vegetable, which is Efo Riro is vegetable. I'm using spinach. I'm gonna show you a few of the ingredients. I'll try and show you a bit of what I'm cooking, but this is not, don't come. I'm not telling you that this is how to cook it. This is just how I'm doing it. I've got my red bell peppers. With this, I've got scotch bonnet, and I've also got onions. This is going to be blended together. This is going to be the base, the pepper. Notice here that there is no tomato, and that's because I don't use tomato. I got this, I guess, I saw this from CCME, where she said, basically she said that it was better to do it this way, because I guess, well, it depends on what you want. Like, if you want Efo Riro that is not, like sometimes, like, it's so watery, and that's because of like the blended pepper and probably water, water from the leaves as well. So it's to avoid that, or to reduce that, then she suggested not using tomato, and it's been working well. So I don't think I'm going to be using all of this red bell peppers, but yeah, I may use more onions as well. I've got some dried fish here, which I have put out in hot water for a bit now, just to soften it. This is, I can't remember what sort of fish it is, but it's dried fish. I just put salt in the water and hot water. It's been there for a while. Oops, my meat is already, oops, okay, let me just turn it off. Anyway, this is meat that I'm boiling. So it's got it's got beef, shaki, different parts. This is palm oil, so I just put it by the cooker so that it can begin to thaw. Yep, and that's done, and that's done. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to you because I need to blend this pepper quickly, and then I'll come back to continue the video. Don't go anywhere, it's about to get lit. Sorry, I forgot to show you one of the most important ingredients, which is the spinach. I've got it in a bowl here. This is because I'm using frozen spinach. Another reason for this is because I realized when I used to use fresh spinach, it just used to have so much water retention, and the Efo was so watery, and I didn't like it. But with frozen spinach, which is still quite frozen, you're able to squeeze out the water almost completely. So again, it looks better, and you see. But that's definitely a tip I'll give you to try. Okay, so I'm done blending the pepper, and it's currently cooking. So we can start gisting whilst I wash up. I actually wash up as I go along, well, to an extent. Wash up and also get the spinach ready, and it's just over here. So I'm just gonna wash. Can you see? Anyway, you can see me, that's fine. I'm just washing up the blender. All right, so how did I get scammed? It all happened 7 years ago. No, 8 years. 9? 9 years ago, actually. Yeah, about 9 years ago. So this was in 2012. It was around towards the end of the year. So at that time, I'd kind of since I'd relocated to the UK, I've not gone back to Nigeria. So I really wanted to visit, and I just started working. So I was like, you know what, this is going to be like the perfect time to go back, you know, in December, and just like, you know, have fun, see my friends, you know, just enjoy myself, right? And then I began to search for flight ticket. So that led me to, I think it was a travel agent or something. Yeah, I was looking at flight tickets, and I saw this travel agent, and the price they were quoting was really, really close. So I was like, oh wow, like, obviously, my interest was really piqued. And obviously, I just started working that year. I was going to do my master's the next year, so it wasn't like, oh, the money I had, I was saving towards my master's, because I knew I believe at that time I was planning to do masters the following year. Anyway, so contacted the travel agent, gave them my details. They said it was going to be with Iric Air, and I checked everything. I think they even made a reservation. Yeah, they made a reservation for me. I remember it was on Saturday. Made a reservation, sent me the link to see the reservation with my name. What I did was I made sure, like, you know, obviously I was a bit like weary and just make sure that I think the price was £800, but probably like on Iric or like other West, like Skyscanner, just looking at other prices, it was coming up with a price of about over £1,000. So I thought, oh, like, you know, this is £800, this is really good, and it's a direct flight as well. I don't think does Iric Air still exist? I don't think so. But yeah, it was a direct flight. So I was like, oh, I was very excited about it, but obviously a bit cautious and weary as well. Which is why when they sent the link to check my booking or to check the reservation that they had made, I didn't click on the link they sent. I went straight to Iric website to check it, and yeah, it was all there. My name, my full name, passport number, everything was there. So I was like, oh, this is definitely legit. And then they started asking me for my alright, before I go on, I'm going to move on to the spinach. It's quite a okay. Yeah. So they started asking me, so they asked, like, you know, for me to pay. I think the reservation was supposed to last maybe a couple of days or something. And I was like, yeah, this looks legit. So I decided to pay. Actually, I didn't pay directly. I think one of my sisters did the transfer, because I remember I was paying on Monday because I was at work by then. So it was Saturday they sent me the reservation. I was at work on Monday when I paid, because I think they said, oh, like, oh, you would lose the reservation or something like that. So one second, I need to get a seat. There we go. Yeah, so I paid, and that was the biggest mistake, because as soon as I paid them, right, I just couldn't reach them again. I can't remember what I was reaching or what I wanted to reach them for. I don't remember exactly what that was, but I just know that as soon as I paid them, I started calling the office number. No one was picking up. I think initially they were picking up, but shortly after that I just didn't hear anything from them during that same day, and I knew that the money was gone. So I was so I felt really, really bad, and I was really, really sad about it. And it was early, like it was a Monday morning, so I just got into work and I was trying to like sort all that out. And then by the time I was like realized that it was gone, it was probably like 11, almost 12 noon. I had not done any work that day, and I was so sad. I was just like, you know what, let me just like push out all of this memory from my mind. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna come back. Let me focus on this. I'll come back and tell you the rest of the story. Okay, so I'm done with the spinach. Not with the spinach. I'm done sieving it. So let me show you what it's looking like right now. As I said before, it's not a cooking tutorial. Go to CCME if you want a Efo Riro cooking tutorial. This is just me cooking and chatting with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. This is what the spinach is. I've just sieved it, so it's good, ready to go. I'll leave it here for now. Pepper is all boiled. Look at that. The meat is ready, and the fish is here. It will be ready as well. So I'm gonna get started. This is the pot I'm gonna be cooking it in. So I'm just gonna pop you right over here. Right as I was saying in my story, I realized that, yeah, it was 12 noon already. I hadn't done any work that day, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to push all of this to one side. Actually, before I did that, I think, or maybe later on, so I called like the building that the company, or the address that the company, the travel agent had used. I called the building because and I was like, oh, do you know anything about this company? They were like, no, this company does not exist here. And she was like, oh, that she thinks she's heard, you know, that someone has complained before them, like, you know, scamming. So I was like, oh, so I've definitely been scammed at this point, I knew. And by the time, obviously, I finished work later that day as well because I had a lot to do. I hadn't done it, and I started late. So by the time, and at the time as well, like, I used to work like 2.5 hours away from my house. It was really far. So I remember, like, when I finally got on the train that day, it was probably about 7 or 8. It was really late for me. Like, you know, sometimes I used to finish work at like before 5 sometimes. So this was like 7 or 8. So it was quite late. So as soon as I got on the train, I just sat down. Hold on, I need to put this. So this is palm oil. So I'm going to put a generous amount in the pot. You can't see it, but I'm going to cover that. It needs to, let me dry this. It needs to get really, really hot. So I'm going to bleach the oil for a bit. Can you hear me? I'm going to bleach it for quite a bit. So I'm going to cover it so that it doesn't. This is a very delicate step because if you bleach it for too long, it basically can catch fire. And again, I can't turn on the extractor. I've opened the windows though, but I can't turn on the extractor obviously because of the sound when I'm recording. Yeah, as I was saying, let me put this back. I'm gonna be getting my Iru, which is low-cost beans, ready whilst I talk, because that's the next thing to put in. Yeah, so when I got on the train that day, I was so sad, and I just sat down by the window seat and I cried. Like, I don't know, like, I cried. It wasn't like sobbing. It was just like tears like running down. I really need to, like, it's really bothering me. Like, I need to straighten my hair. Anyway, I was like sobbing, tears. Not sobbing. There was just like tears flowing down my face. And really, like, imagine it must have been like winter. So it was dark, and I just looked out on the train, and you know the train was quiet. And yeah, I was just looking out the train, and I was just like, tears were just rolling down my eyes at the reality that I really wasn't going to Nigeria, and I just lost 800 pounds. That was painful. So that was how I got scammed. I didn't get the money back. I think I must have tried. This is the low-cost beans. Let me show you. So I'm gonna rinse it. Does it look like, what does it got on it? Is it ice? It looks weird. Anyway, I must have cried, and what I said, I must have cried. I obviously cried. I think I tried. Yes, I tried. I think I must have tried, like, you know, different things to, like, get money back, probably email. I don't know if I, you know, involve the police in it, but I'm not sure anything more should have come out of it. But yeah, that was my story time about how I got scammed. So I think the lesson, what I took away from that, or if there's any lesson, was not that you can't use travel agent, because obviously this travel agent were definitely sophisticated, and they would have had someone that was that worked in Arik that allowed them to make the reservation, and then afterwards, you know, you just don't hear from them, because most other scams that you hear would probably be like a dummy website or duplicate website, so it won't be like a real website. But this was actually, like, you know, Arik's website, and then yeah, before long my reservation obviously wasn't there as well. So that was how I got scammed. Don't leave here. I'm gonna show you, you know, as much as I can, as much as possible of you know, what I'm making of the Efo, and I'll show you the final product as well, so stay tuned. But apart from that though, how are you guys? Guys, my last video, I don't know if it's the last video, if I'm posting another video before this one, but the video I'm referring to is the one where I talked about like how I failed my exam. I don't know if people just didn't see it, but the views were ridiculously low. I've never seen such views before. Can you hear that? Okay, I think I'm gonna turn it off. So I've turned it off now. I'm just gonna let it, like, you know, calm down, simmer down a bit, and then I'm gonna add my Eru low-cost things. I think I should add onions as well, but I'm a bit lazy. I'm a bit lazy to do that. I'm like, well, I had onions when I bought the beef, I had onions in the pepper, so it's fine. Yeah, no onions. But yeah, I was saying that, you know, what sort of videos do you guys want to see from my channel? I think I've got a comment, someone said that, you know, she really enjoys my vlogs, but what sort of videos do you enjoy from me? Getting really violent. I need to open more windows. When you cook meals like this, how long does it take for the smell to leave the house? Like, for us, like, you know, you close all the doors, but yeah, the smell will just be there for a long time, and I don't like it. I think I can smell it on my air as well. What do you guys do about the smell? How can you quickly get the smell out, or how can you make sure that the smell doesn't? Of course, I can't turn on the extractor, as I said, because I'm cooking, but the windows are open, not all the windows. Anyway, tell me what sort of videos you want to see from my channel. Do you enjoy watching them? I mean, you better do, because I'm not stopping. So the sooner you realize that, the better for you, the better for everyone. Okay. Okay, let me take out the water from the fish. Let me try it just to make sure it's right. Good. Okay. So I'm still leaving it to cool. Well, very soon. Yeah, I think I should still leave it. I'll be back. While I wait for that, I'm listening to a podcast on my Clubhouse. Are you guys on Clubhouse? If you are, add me. It's Tommy Daniels. This one is about wages to wealthy using debt to build wealth. If you can figure out whose voice that is, that's my sister. But yeah, and with some other people.
You know what I'm going to say. You know the drill. I was like, yeah, I know the drill. And I don't even wait for them, because I'm not scared to take on that debt anymore, purely because I know I'm buying assets. And the way I always say it is, what is the worst case scenario? I have to pay back this debt. I sell off the properties and I pay it off. So that way, it makes it easy for me to take it on, because I think it was mentioned, I'm not buying it back. I'm not buying a liability. I know those assets can be sold all day long. If I wanted to check out tomorrow, I would sell all of those things, pay off the debt, and I'll be fine. And I'll have extra. So it's not. I think understanding what you're buying, what you're using the debt for, it goes a long way to help put in that confidence.
I want to open it, but it's 2 hours without smoke.
Started. Yeah, I remember that. And seeing how bad you've come, it's incredible. And I remember, your cat. So apologies. I think my.
All right, welcome back. The oil is really bleached now, and I let it cool down a bit. So now I'm just going to add the low-cost beans. Next up is the pepper. By the way, the cooker is still off. I'm gonna turn it back on shortly. Sorry. Well, is sorry, by the way, in Yoruba. Alright, so I'm gonna add some seasoning. And I like seasoning. I really do like seasoning.
I just wanted to talk about fear, because I've been investing in property since 2002, and I still have the fear, big time. It's not something that possibly every single time they want to invest more or buy another property. So the first property I bought was in 2002, and I was only in.
Alright guys, I'm gonna check in with you again when it's done. Yeah, until then, see you. Okay, so I'm back. I've decided to the vegetable or Efo Riro is still cooking. I've decided to have it with fried plantain. Yes, I know that you can grill it and it's healthier, but yeah, I want to fry it. Yes, I'm just gonna fry it and have it with my Efo Riro, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Those fireworks. Okay, I'm finally done. I'm just gonna show you the finished product. This is my dinner. Here we go. Still on the clubhouse, but yeah, this is my yummy looking plantain and Efo Riro. So come and join me. I hope you enjoy this video. Try not to get scammed. You can learn a thing or two from my story. I don't even know what you can learn. But I guess if you're already weary about something, then you know, just listen to that still small voice, the Holy Spirit speaking to you and saying, don't do it, don't go. Yes, but also I just hope you enjoyed, like, you know, chatting with me. Please leave comments in the comment section. Let me know if you liked it. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I have to go now because I have to eat. Bye.